Hello to anyone who's watching. This is Michael Raphael with Zenfinity Massage and Wellness. So I just wanted to take a moment to sort of reflect on my experiences today. It's Saturday, March 2nd, and today was the first day of the 19-day Baha'i fast. There are several reasons why the Baha'is are commanded to fast. One of them is to basically practice mastery over the body. So the soul gets to make choices within the body, whether or not, how we're going to move forward in life. What's our next decision going to be? It's the one that decides. The body is like the animal, the beast, and it has all these desires for food, for sex, for whatever. It's survival. Okay, so a lot of our instincts aren't really very helpful in this day and age, but a lot of us are still operating on these instincts, and it's really hard to get away from that. And part of the body includes the ego, how we identify ourselves, how we identify with ourselves as a physical being in a physical world, as opposed to identifying as spirit living inside of a body. So the body, the Baha'is say that the relationship is like the rider, the soul is the rider, the body is the horse, and the mind is the interface between the two. So the stirrups, the bit, the reins, the saddle, all of these things. The body talks to the soul, and the soul talks to the body through the mind. But a lot of times, we're not in charge. Our soul isn't making the decisions. It's letting the body do what it wants to do. And that's a good way to get led astray. So self-mastery is something that I've been pursuing for a while. I wouldn't say I've been pursuing it overly successfully, mind you, but I'm working on it. And I thought that this fast might help with that. So another reason why Baha'is fast is it helps us to remember or keep in mind that there are people on this planet who are starving, who, when they're hungry, they can't just open the refrigerator and get some food, or put $1 in the snack machine and get some food. When they're thirsty, they can't just turn on the tap and get water. They have to sometimes walk for miles and miles. Sometimes it's a 2-hour to a 6-hour trek just to get water. And they're carrying it, these big pails of water on a stick, one on each end. And they bring all this home, and then they got to boil it, right? And then wait for it to cool. And this whole time they're not drinking it. So it's, we forget, it's easy to forget how spoiled we are, how easy we have it in this, here in America and in many Western countries, many modern countries. So we are commanded to do this in part in remembrance that there are those of us who are less fortunate, and to think about them and to give to them. So during this time of fasting, we're supposed to be helping the needy and giving to the needy. So the other interesting thing about that is that it does, in reminding us how blessed we are, brings us to a point of gratitude for what we have. And that I get to choose to go hungry during the day. But that as soon as the sun sets, I can go eat. It's there for me, it's available. And that's really a blessing for which I'm truly grateful. So another reason that the Baha'is fast, actually that's it, isn't it?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention.
I'm
But it's a spiritual practice. Um, when you are fasting, you're supposed to be praying a lot, and this helps you get through the hunger. So we ate a big meal last night, and then this morning got up before dawn and ate again. And then since we didn't have anywhere that we had to be right away, we went back to bed, which might have been a mistake, because as soon as I woke up a couple hours later, I was hungry. And I know that sometimes that happens if I eat a big meal right before going to bed, I'll wake up hungry. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to play with this and see how it works. You know, how much do I eat? Do I get up early to eat and then go back to sleep, or do I stay awake? Is that the trick? So we'll see. We're going to see how this plays out. But how it played out today is I was hungry all day. In the morning, it was pretty powerful, it was pretty strong. But as the day wore on, it kind of leveled off to this low-level hunger. It wasn't like my stomach was growling and all of that. But we're also not allowed to drink anything. Now, being a skinny guy, being a guy with a high metabolism, in order to prevent myself from losing weight, one of the things that I try to do is eat as soon as I'm hungry. So this is my modus operandi. This is what I'm used to doing. I'm accustomed to, I get hungry, I eat, whether it's a snack, whatever, something to hold me until I can get a meal. I carry around a big quart of water with me, a 1 quart bottle of water with me all day. And I drink from it whether I'm thirsty or not. But if I'm thirsty, I certainly hydrate. And so this is very unusual for me to go to an entire day being thirsty and not even taking a sip of water. It's been a battle. Fortunately, I was working today, which the downside of that is, as a massage therapist, I burn a lot of calories when I work. The upside of that is that it keeps your mind occupied and you don't think about your hunger. So right now, the sun is still setting behind me, and I'm eagerly awaiting my opportunity to jump on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I've prepared and drink a lot of water. And then I got one more client to see tonight, and then I'll come back and eat a real meal. But I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, just make a record of it and tell you what my experience has been with it. And I think, it's going to help me with this self-mastery concept. There are a lot of ways that I'm really good at dealing with suffering or pain. There are certain kinds of pain that I can take a lot of. I have endurance. I can go run, and when my body says quit, stop running, you're killing me, I say no, and I continue to do it, and then my body just gets used to it. So, but I'm not accustomed to doing it with food or water, so this is a new and interesting experience for me. And so I just thought I'd share it for those who are interested. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed evening, and Allah Wabha.